Okay. I hope you guys can hear me. I did the last minute thing and switched my audio up. Hopefully it is working okay. It looks like it should be. Thank you so much for catching my latest episode of CityClips Live, where we follow North Florida business and tech. And my topic today is about North Florida businesses based in Tallahassee. I'm not going to cover all the businesses. To my knowledge, it looks like there's thousands, based on the numbers that I'm seeing on Alignable and memberships for the different chambers. There's definitely over 5,000 businesses. I did actually, if you have heard of Perplexity, I looked at total number of businesses registered in North Florida, and if I can find it, but it is definitely well over. It's in the six-figure range as far as like over 100,000 businesses registered. So it is crazy. But the ones that are more visible are the ones who heavily have invested in their presence, their online presence, their marketing, their advertising. Those are the ones that are more obvious and stand out. In terms of zooming out, I can just share really quick. First, quick update on CityClips. We are at our 345th issue. Might as well just pull it up. We have published over 345 issues and counting. Yesterday was Tech Tuesday. We had a little glitch, and then, of course, I had to publish Mondays early morning. And then Tuesday, we published later in our afternoon. Our usual publish time is 4 to 6 p.m. And so, yeah, celebrating over 345 issues within the course of the year. And we're chugging along. And pretty soon we're going to heavily monetize in the next year. So, yeah, that's my update for that. And then I'm going to go ahead and share. Going back to our main topic, one of my team members, one of the benefits of doing this is that we can actually analyze all the data and research that we pull together, finding, best ofs, highly ranked businesses, that kind of thing. So Tallahassee Magazine has a really great annual award and feature called Best of Tallahassee. And so one of my team members was able to compile their entire list, because who's going to go through the entire website to look at that? So there's over 100 businesses that were recognized by the community. You're supposed to nominate a business, and then within their categories, food and beverage, service providers, and shopping and entertainment. Then they have their top 3, I guess, that gets recognized, and then you get selected for an award at their annual award show. So one of the things that I'd like to do is, how does it add up with Google reviews? And one of my team members, they need to add the Google reviews and Facebook reviews, so then we can kind of see, what that looks like. And then we also have a list of those who are recently ranked in the GovTech 100. And these tech companies, if I were to zoom in really quick, these tech companies were featured for top 100 tech companies based in Florida, featured GovTech. This is a national publication. And so here are the ones based in Tallahassee. Brant Information Systems, Central Square. No, that one's in Lake Mary, Florida. Just Foya's, Tallahassee, also part of MCCI, also based in Tallahassee. And looks like this one's Soma Global is based in Tampa. And Ubicla, I don't even know how to pronounce it. That one's based in Fort Lauderdale. So shout out to Tallahassee for showing up, doing well in the top 100. If you want to include Civic Plus, their HQ is out of Manhattan, and that is not New York, Manhattan. That is Manhattan, Kansas, if you know that that exists. But they do have offices in Tallahassee because they acquired Unicode. So that is that as far as a list of North Florida businesses. If you ever wanted to go into it further, you can find more tech companies based in Tallahassee by going to launchtally.com. And then we also pulled a list here, fintech companies in Florida. We just Googled whatever pulled up. So yeah, shout out to Launch Tally platform. That's supposed to, that list pulls up in our Google search. But yeah, okay, so this one's technically now Ignite Tallahassee, and it's not really a tech company, but it is an incubation space for high scale, high growth companies. True Stage, never heard of them, but they did pull up in our list when we did a search. Foodies Takeout was developed here by 223 Agency, and it's kind of like a more affordable version of Uber Eats, DoorDash. The benefit of using Foodies Takeout is actually that the fees stay within the business ecosystem and Tallahassee ecosystem in North Florida versus all the money going back to Silicon Valley, with those companies being based in San Francisco. So yeah, you support local restaurants, they have less fees to pay for, and you're also supporting a local tech company that's trying to help restaurants out without having to pay huge fees. And even, the consumer who places an order through there, then they know that the business is staying within Tallahassee. So shout out to Foodies Takeout and Dustin and his team. When we pulled up, we did a Google search, Dummy Station also pulls up. I think it's also because, some tech companies and tech founders actually do start at Dummy Station. They might want to rent a desk. It's more of it's known for being a co-working space and its hipster vibe. And I'll go back to Domi a little bit later. Danfoss, definitely, I'm going to dive into Danfoss in a few minutes because I wanted to highlight them primarily. There's Redwire, Call Simulator. Shout out to David Lawson and his team, investing in and innovating in AI. And also, he also was a co-founder of NewSci. So anyways, so these are tech companies based in Tallahassee or have offices in Tallahassee. And then the rest, we looked at some other tech companies that we've never heard of, to be honest, but they pulled up in our search, and I wanted to zoom out. And someone asked me if we had a list of fintech companies in Florida. And for some reason, I think it just got some of the, for example, it's not fintech, but it pulled up in our search because of I think it's highly innovative and being a tech company. Let's see here, and then some other things pulled up for North Florida and the Southeast. So those are companies that pulled up in our Google search. Yeah, put in Jay's Creative and logo. Okay, now jumping over to Danfoss. The reason why I wanted to highlight Danfoss is because they talk about sitting on and investing on an idea that nobody believed in, 30 years in the making, and just having more recent success in the last couple of years. Finally, now things are coming to fruition. And I'm really excited about highlighting this company because my next guest is Ricardo Schneider, and he, and along with Domi's board members, I have a lineup of Domi's board members that are going to be my guests in the next several weeks after spring break. So really excited about that. Going back to Danfoss here. So here, they're a global company right here based in Tallahassee. And I pulled up a summary that Perplexity put together for me. let me see here. I'm going to see if I can just go ahead and mute this. So while you see Ricardo speaking over there, I'm just going to go ahead and, because I did a test and video does not play audio. For some reason, I need to figure out how I can get audio to work for me. I would have to probably use another mic. Anyways, so this is a great video. I'm just going to go ahead and share this video so you guys can watch it another time. That's Ricardo Schneider. He's going to be my next guest. Really excited to have him on to talk about his story, and I'm going to go ahead and share it in the comments if it'll let me. Okay, there it is. So there's the YouTube link. It should be sharing in YouTube and Facebook. I don't know if it's actually going to share in LinkedIn, so I'm going to have to probably share that later. You can always do a search, but they invented and innovated on the first oil-free compressor that transformed the HVAC industry. Founded in 1994 as a pioneer in oil-free magnetic bearing compressors, it became a joint venture as Danfoss in 2004. Under Ricardo Schneider's leadership since at least 2004, later becoming president, the company established its headquarters in Tallahassee, Florida, leveraging the city's reputation as the magnetic capital of the world and its proximity to research institutions like FSU and the National High Magnetic Field Laboratory. The strategic choice enabled collaborations in aerodynamics, power electronics, and magnetic technologies, critical for advancing their energy-efficient compressor innovations. So the key developments that include developments in Tallahassee include manufacturing expansions at 6 community partnerships, growth trajectory. So for manufacturing, they were able to have a $62 million, 145,000 square foot facility that opened in May 2024, doubling production capacity to meet global demand. And then for community partnerships, they've had initiatives like a 750,000 scholarship program with FAMU FSU College of Engineering and Workforce Development with TSE, also known as Tallahassee Community College, now Tallahassee State College. Their growth trajectory is now, with Schneider overseeing the company, has grown to over 130,000 installed compressors globally and multiple industry awards. So Schneider's transition to retirement is this year and is succeeded by Rogerio Federici. I think I'm saying it right. I don't know. So Ricardo has fully invested in this innovation for decades, and his team. I met him through Domi. So a really great video here, really great. And I think it's where does this show? Because it shows that in 2007, that's when you guys might have seen it where they, yeah, here it is. Yeah. So here in this video, you'll see that this is before they decided to move over to Tallahassee. This guy, this one here, he's the former CEO. Yeah, and chairman of the board for Danfoss. Danfoss is a global company. There's the main parent company of Danfoss, and then there's Danfoss Turbocore. So people might have a concept that Danfoss Turbocore was, fully supported by a huge company. And yeah, so here's the timeline where Danfoss Turbocore relocated its headquarters to to a new state-of-the-art facility in Tallahassee. And this is back in the day when they don't have the beautiful campus that it is now. So if I'm gonna hop over, see, like, it did look like it's typical, like, oh, okay, here's an office. That looks like a startup to me. Nothing fancy, nothing fancy. But now, this is a training facility. I was able to tour that place with the DOMI board, and thanks to DOMI in general, I've been able to visit a couple times for other opportunities. Oh, looks like they got an inside view of the, yeah, it's also a neighbor to the National Mag Lab, which has a story in itself. They've since, I think they have a new sign now because it doesn't look like that. There's another picture. But yeah, so they're highlighting how it's close to FSU and close to FAMU and the College of Engineering, and they have been supportive of the community in many ways, including DOMI. So going back to, look at all the awards. They're winning a lot of awards. And this is part of their new facility that just got renovated. It's pretty amazing that in December 2020, the year after COVID, they decided to renovate the office. And so we got to see the newer version, at least for me. That was my first time to tour. I've never toured it before, but at least you got to see what it looked like. So yeah, impressive video. Go check it out. Captures the whole story, a broader view. I'm really excited to have Ricardo Schneider as my guest for in a few weeks to talk about his story and why he joined the DOMI board and why he chose to support DOMI as well, and just the broader business ecosystem. And so really excited to have him on. And let me talk about really quick the DOMI Awards before I sign off. If you didn't know already, save the date. Let me go ahead and save this. DOMI Awards, if you're not familiar, they actually give the community an opportunity to vote on the best businesses in their mind that fall under the categories of innovation, influence, and sustainability, community, and resilience. So don't forget to nominate your business owner / friend and indicate why you want them to win an award. They are very inclusive in these nominations. They have amazing guest speakers. The keynote speaker for this year, Princess Osley, and that's another business owner that nobody even really knows about, but she has, talk about resilience. She has grown her business to a successful, established business right here in Tallahassee. So I'm really excited to hear what she has to say. So definitely nominate here, let me go ahead and include this link in the comments. And nominate your favorite businesses. Excited to see y'all. Save the date, April 10th. That's a Thursday. Yeah, and then make it easy for you. All the nominations are here. Click on this button, purchase tickets. There's still early access and discounted rates, so do not miss that opportunity. And I'll briefly talk about why I joined the DOMI board. So the reason why I joined the DOMI board is because I started as a business owner for the first time at DOMI 10 years ago. And I'm super passionate about helping other businesses start and grow and save them from making the mistakes that I made, and also just putting them in an environment where they can have a greater chance of success and growth. So I believe the same vision applies to all the other board members. And so I'm really excited that we are going to highlight a lot of the board members in the coming weeks to talk about their story of entrepreneurship and why they support the DOMI community and why they also support the North Florida business ecosystem. Really excited to have them on as guests. If you guys have any suggestions for more topics, would love to feature more North Florida businesses in tech and and also founders. So we'd love to have you on. Please reach out to me. See you guys next time. Bye.